真佛宗美国彩虹雷上师虎头金刚护摩法会开始，与会大众请起立，恭迎真佛宗创办人无上法王根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛，请大家虔诚合掌，唱诵莲花童子心。
Here at the Rainbow Temple in North Bend, Washington, our lineage root guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng, is presiding over the tiger head Vajra Homa fire offering ceremony. Now we are welcoming His Holiness to enter into the Homa hall. Let us now recite the root guru mantra.
根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，二拜诸菩萨，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，三拜诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印。四平等一起手，恭请师尊移步道长视频接受圣线上众弟子们的问安。你好，新年快乐，如意。
在
我喜欢做日常生菜，手自在，心变好，有善利，安住快乐，恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛升法王座。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛加持助其者报名表格。
We are inviting everybody to please take a seat. And now we are inviting His Holiness to bless the prayers of the primary supplicants and merit holders.
敬献哈达，与会大众虔诚合掌，请释莲友上师代表与会大众向法王圣尊莲生活佛请法，敬献哈达，以表最崇高敬意。
Visualize two Buddha lineage. Namo Vairocana Buddha. Namo Buddha Lokana. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Namo Padma Kumara. Namo Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Visualize Grandmaster and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas sitting on top of our heads, radiating light to bless us. Recite Padma Kumara mantra 7 times.
Om Guru Lian-Sheng Siddhi Hom. 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 Om Guru Lian-Sheng Siddhi Hom.
Perform the visualization of the 4 immeasurables. Visualize ancestors and relatives from the father's side to your right, from the mother's side to your left, friends and teachers behind us, enemies and karmic creditors in front of us, and sentient beings around us, together practicing tantric dharma and ultimately attaining Buddhahood. Clap twice and snap your fingers to awaken the deities. Recite purification mantras and deity mantra.
Om Syodori Syodori Syomori Syomori Soha. Om Vajra Dang He Hom. Namo Samato Motoran. Om Duru Duru Dewi Soha.
Recite invocation mantra.
Hom Soha. Om Hom Soha. Om Hom Soha.
We sincerely invoke our lineage root Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Namo White Paha Padma Kumara. Namo Lotus Lights Unhindered Buddha. Namo True Buddha School Lineage Gurus. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa. Namo Tiger Head Vajra. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa. Namo Tiger Head Vajra. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa. Namo Tiger Head Vajra. Namo Golden Mother of the primordial Jet Ponds. Namo 5 Dhyani Buddhas. The True Buddha School 8 primary deities. Namo Yamantaka. Namo Akalanata. Namo 4 heavenly kings. Sama Bodhisattvas. Rainbow temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the True Buddha Tantric Order, at the Seattle Leitong Temple, and at the abode of the South Mountain Retreat. Rainbow temples, Mountain God, Earth God, Plant God, Wind God, Water God, Heavenly Fire God, Dragon Gods, and all divinities, as well as the city gods, to please radiate light and bless this Homa. Great homage using visualization for Root Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize full position on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize full position on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Hedukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize full position on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth head bow. Great mandala offering from the offering mudra. Visualize the transformation of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole cosmic space.
上供根本传承上师，历代
Make the offering above to the lineage of Guru, all the lineage Gurus, the main deity of Homa, the tiger-head Vajra, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. We said the offering verse and mantra. Mon Meru, four continents, and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to all of our civilization. Om Sawa Tathagata Itamu Gurunanam Yenchana Kandiriye Dayami. 做四归观想，观想根本传承上师， Visualize our lineage Guru, all the lineage Gurus,
一切诸佛
Buddha Jewel, Dhamma Jewel, and Sangha Jewel, to form bright white light to empower us.
给自己灌顶，练四归一咒。
We said the mantra.
南无咕噜贝，南无布达耶，南无达摩耶，南无僧伽耶。 南无咕噜贝，南无布达耶，南无达摩耶，南无僧伽耶。南无咕噜贝，南无布达耶，南无达摩耶，南无僧伽耶。做披甲护身，受戒金刚
Karma protection, form Vajra Sutra, reset Vajrapani mantra 7 times.
Om Goranjali, Om Goranjali, Om Goranjali, Om Goranjali, Om Goranjali, Om Goranjali, Om Goranjali. Inviting
His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng to perform blessings with mala. Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng to set simultaneation to bless the registration forms, Homa cards, and all the offerings with Vajra bell and scepter. Please stand up and join your palms with lessons, and together we are inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual opening the Homa fire pit, to set simultaneation around it, to lit the Homa fire, to make all the offerings, and to perform mudra transformations for purifications, enrichments, magnification, subjugation, and bridal deliverance, and will be reciting that mantra of Tiger Head Vajra. We said the heart mantras of the eight principal deities and incan Buddha Amitabha.
Om Mani Pe Mi Ho, Om Panamo Nintoling Soha, Om Ha 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 Wei Samaye Soha, Om Zhali Zuli Zunti Soha, Om Jambaha Chaneng Chanaye Soha, Om Ahom Beja Guru Be Mansiti Hom Se Om Ahom Guru Be Ahu Sasamaha Lian-Sheng Siti Hom Deata Om Bekazia Bekazia Maha Bekazia Raja Samo Kabe Soha Namo 36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。请大家起念请佛注释祈愿文。具德妙善圣尊秘密主，十方世界佛刹成宿佛，大悲有情海会众菩萨，不教金刚空行千里，世间三毒炽盛业漫漫，身心摧折轮回苦无休，圣尊密念降生度一切，三宝于是为光护群生，人天福田所依金刚身，受戒传法灌顶次七地，佛子祈请注释转法轮，利乐无量无尽众生界。回向，愿同念佛者。
May all uphold the Buddha, ascend the realm of utmost bliss, repaying for full generosities from above, aiding those in the three realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. Like the Buddha, may we liberate all. To Buddha's good disciples, wholeheartedly pray to the main deity of Homa today, the wrathful emanation of golden mother, Namo Tiger Head Vajra. By your formidable power, please protect our lineage Guru to stay healthy, live a long life with great self-mastery, boundless resources and prosperities, free from all calamities and evils, untouched by sicknesses, to shine bright radiance upon sentient beings, and may the true Buddha-dharma will continually turn. Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng to perform the overall merit dedication. Homage to the wrathful emanation of Golden Mother, the Tiger Head Vajra. Homage to the wrathful emanation of Golden Mother, the Tiger Head Vajra. Homage to the wrathful emanation of Tiger Head Vajra, of Golden Mother, the Tiger Head Vajra. Please guide the bird spirits with affinity, bird spirits without affinity, to be reborn into the pure Buddha lands. We pray to the Tiger Head Vajra. To resolve the pandemic and the viruses, and to bite away the bad affinities, the bad lucks, and to bite away all negativities. Please bestow abundant resources. Please bestow perfect wisdom. Please bestow the great harmony, the middling and the small harmony, love and respect. Please bestow the subjugation of all negative energies. May spiritual cultivations avert negativities and receive wealth. May we have good health, all wishes fulfilled, calamities transformed into auspiciousness and strong spiritual commitment. That in the year of the tiger, we have auspiciousness during the day, auspiciousness at night, and auspiciousness around the clock. May those amidst auspiciousness pray for the blessings by the Guru, absorption by the yidam, and protection and accompaniment by the protectors. The wrathful emanation of Golden Mother, the tiger-head Vajra, and the gods in heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us, let all disasters turn into dust, and may all of our prayers be granted. May the pandemic disperse. May the viruses disappear. May the bad karma disappear. May bad affinities disappear. May we avert all negativities.
Niệm 3遍百字明咒。Om Vajra Sutra Samayang Malupanayang Vajra Sutra Tenubadichang Jajo Me Bawa Sutta Kayu Me Bawa Sopo Kayu Me Bawa Anurato Me Bawa Shawa Siddhi Me Purayata Shawa Gamma Sutta Me Jitamu Siddhi Ren Guru Hop Ha 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 Pagawan Sawa Tathagata Pejamami Mancha Peja Bawa Maha Samaya Sato Ahom Hei Om Peja Sato Samaya Malupanaya Peja Sato Tenubadichang Jajo Me Bawa Sutta Kayu Me Bawa Sopo Kayu Me Bawa Anurato Me Bawa Shawa Siddhi Me Purayata Shawa Gamma Sutta Me Jitamu Siddhi Ren Guru Hop Ha 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 Pagawan Sawa Tathagata Pejamami Mancha Peja Bawa Maha Samaya Sato Ahom Hei Om Peja Sato Samaya Malupanaya Peja Sato Tenubadichang Jajo Me Bawa Sutta Kayu Me Bawa Sopo Kayu Me Bawa Anurato Me Bawa Shawa Siddhi Me Purayata Shawa Gamma Sutta Me Jitamu Siddhi Ren Guru Hop Ha 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 Pagawan Sawa Tathagata Pejamami Mancha Peja Bawa Maha Samaya Sato Ahom Hei 做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。
Okay, homage using visualization for suited Guru and all
观
Buddhas.
想顶礼，会天心散印。
Visualize for position on the ground, the Listen Mudra, second to all Bodhisattvas.
观想顶礼。
Visualize for position on the ground, the Listen Mudra, third to all Headrupas and Dharma protectors.
观想顶礼。
Visualize for position on the ground, the Listen Mudra, fourth half bow.
练圆满咒。 Om Bring Om Bring Om Bring Om Mani Padme Hum。 让我们以最热烈的掌声感谢法王圣尊莲生活佛助坛护头金刚护摩法会。
We are truly grateful to His Holiness for presiding over the Tiger Head Vajra Homa fire offering ceremony.
做宝贵的法语开示。
Now, let us join our palms with reverence, and together we are inviting His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teachings. Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liu-Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zheng-Kung. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubdan Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, the Golden Mother. This emanation, wrathful emanation, the Tiger Head Vajra. So, Tanzen Katso, Tutan City. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, how do you do?
Aisteru Sarange Hola amigo Te quiero mucho Sugoin Ichiban Kimochi Jumi Yapi Buri Konnichiwa.
Good afternoon, everyone.
现在通知大家，下个礼拜天2月13日
I would like to announce for next Sunday, February 13 at 3 p.m.
也就是这个大放化王金刚的
There would be Mahotara Heruka Homa fire offering ceremony.
昨天晚上师尊已经
And last night, Grandmaster had provided
2月12号
the brief introduction, and on February 12th,
是新春祈福，那么教授这个
there would be the spring blessing,
马上有钱法。
and I will transmit the practice of Golden Mother's instant wealth. And on February 13th, there would be the Mahotara Homa fire offering ceremony. And this deity, Mahotara, has left a strong impression on true Buddha school disciples. I have conducted his ceremony many times, and we have continue on spiritual responses. This is the mudra. The mudra looks like this. The mantra. The mantra is very powerful and has many responses. Other than curing illnesses, this one can also block all kinds of negative energies. So, like the tiger head Vajra, this heruka can also avert all negativities. So, Mahottara is the greatest heruka deity in the Nyingmapa, and he's also an emanation of the primordial Buddha. And he also symbolizes the 100 of peaceful and wrathful deities, as we all know. That his merit is inconceivable. It's unfathomable. Therefore, similar to tiger head Vajra, it can avert negativities and attract wealth. That's the end of the introduction. Today we perform tiger head Vajra. And this year is the year of the tiger. And the tiger head Vajra is the auspicious item for the year of the tiger. So may the tigers raise the wind, and we are lifted up by it. So the mantra Om Jimmu Siddhi Hom Hom Pe, and the syllable Pe in the Vajra Sutra there is nothing written about it, but Pe has the meaning of cutting off. So we can use Pe to stop all negativities, to stop everything. In the True Buddha Sutra, it was mentioned that the no mind, the state of no mind, is the Buddha jewel of the true enlightenment. In the Siddhigarbha Sutra, it was mentioned that all sentient beings, all the actions and thoughts of sentient beings are karmic. If you have no thoughts or no mind, then you would not have any more karma, because all thoughts, most thoughts are karma, and the thoughts of sentient beings are like the waterfalls, like the ocean waves, one upon another, non-stop. You think that you have nothing on your mind, but actually so many thoughts. If you have learned meditation, you would know as soon as you sit down, it's impossible to quiet yourself, because you would notice that you have so many thoughts running through. And why do you have so many of those running thoughts or random thoughts? Because you never stop them. So in our daily lives, in walking, standing, sitting and sleeping, we are filled with thoughts. Never stop. So the syllable pay is to stop everything. So in a while, when I expound the Vajra Sutra, I will talk about this pay syllable again. So pay is to stop your own thoughts. And after you stop your thoughts, you are emptied in order to have attainments. So that's in the True Buddha Sutra. So the no mind or no thoughts is the Buddha jewel of the realization. So only when you don't have any random thoughts that you would be able to merge with the Dharma flow of the consciousness of the universe. Only in the state of no mind that you can be one with your yidam, that you can be one with the consciousness of the universe, can mutually flow to each other. This is extremely important. So I have talked about the tiger head Vajra earlier. It can block negativities and it attracts wealth and the auspicious item for this year. I hope that True Buddha School disciples will all have this auspicious item. And then if you become primary supplicant and attend the ceremony, may the tiger head Vajra protect you. That we can stop any and everything bad and negative. But the good part and the positive ones, like may the fortune god or the wealth deity come to your house. So Golden Mother's wrathful emanation, the tiger head Vajra, is extremely wonderful, and he or she has the same power as Golden Mother. Let me talk about myself. Without Golden Mother, as I have said before, there will not be True Buddha School. Very simple. There will not be the present Sheng-yen Lu or living Buddha Lian-Sheng or Padma Kumara. None of those. Without Golden Mother, if I did not encounter Golden Mother, I would not have known what I am. Maybe after graduating from the survey engineering college, I would just become a surveyor engineer all my life. I will not even touch the religious field. Then nothing else would have happened. So that's an affinity that Golden Mother sought me out. The Chio-san then told me that Golden Mother had been looking for you for a long time, and only today we found you. And Chio-san, the Golden Mother, said that I have the Buddha's bones. Actually, everybody has Buddha nature or Buddha's bones. It's just depending on your affinity whether it has started or not, or it has developed or not. So those who became primary supplicants for the Tiger Head Vajra, he generated great power. As I said, of all the consciousness of the universe, he would be the most powerful Golden Mother. Is the most powerful of all the universe, or the consciousness of the universe. Let me share a joke first. Someone and on the road up ahead, they were checking for drunk driving. And he just had some drink, and he thought, oh, I should have passed by this road, and it's getting closer and closer, and sweat starting to form, and the heartbeats, I just cannot avoid it. So now it's my turn. So finally, I blow onto the tester, the alcohol tester, and it gives out a strong siren. And then the police immediately kicked me out. Like, why are you joining? You're a pedestrian. And then he realized that he was so drunk that he forgot to drive. So he wasn't driving. Well, it's good to forget, because after you forget, there's no problems whatsoever. No more problems. Xiaoming asked Dad, I heard that the groom in the ancient time can only take a good look at his bride on the wedding's night. Because they also wear the bridal veil. Is that true? And Dad answered yes. But nowadays it's even later. It takes a few years after marriage before you can see her true face. Now we'll do the question and answer. Asked by Lian-Hua Junchen from Taiwan. Wholeheartedly homage to lineage guru. I have these questions. Please resolve. Help me resolve it. The direction of the front door of a single house versus apartments. On the internet, there is someone that said that like a windows, like a floor windows, like what do you call that? The windows that's like from ceiling to the floor, or that has most light. That's the direction. But in Grandmaster's book number 78 and 69, there's some details about it. So, is there any difference about a single house versus apartments? So, the front doors of your apartments may not be the same as the front door of the building, the apartment building. So, according to what I know, is the direction of the door of the apartment building would be the direction of all the apartments inside it. So the direction, okay, so the direction of your apartments doesn't matter which floor or which directions you have, will follow the direction of the building itself. So the direction of the whole building is the direction of your apartments. And as a feng shui consultant, you would know about dragon, which refers to the earth energy of your house. And then the channel is the accumulation of the earth energy, which is kind of the point. And then the surrounding and the water is the direction of the water. And then the direction is the direction of your houses or tomb. So it's the tombstone, the direction of the tombstone. And for houses, it's the direction of the front door. And then if you live in the apartments, it's the direction of the building itself. So all the apartments inside it would have the same direction. It doesn't matter which floor or which one. Whether there are 50 or 100 apartments inside the building, they all have the same direction, which is the direction of the building itself. So that's how I consult feng shui. But on the internet, they use any windows or area that has the most sunlight or daylight. But my guru taught me the direction would be the direction of the main door or front door of the building. So Grandmasters is rather different. So what you're saying here on the internet, maybe it's the modern day, they make it up. But from what my guru taught me, it's different. That all the apartments inside an apartment building would just have one direction, which is the direction of the main door of the building itself. Now do you understand? The second question. How do you? Someone called Huang Yizhen in Taiwan. This character, how do you pronounce it? This is the character is written as this. So how are you, Buddha Guru? I would like to ask about the time to do the rice offering for the ghost. And sometimes when I don't have time in the afternoon, is it okay to do it in the morning? For the last 2.5 years, I have practiced the true Buddha rice offering to the ghosts every day. And after I did it for over a year, when I close my eyes in doing visualization, and when I open my eyes, I don't know, I would see snails. How do I pronounce this? There would be a big snail in front of my eyes, and sometimes I mean in a row, and I live on the top floor of the apartment building, and I would throw it out. And it happened for a few days in a row. And now when I do it, I would feel a warmth, energy covering my hands. If I visualize myself to become Grandmaster, then to enlarge and stand, then it would be clearer, and then the warm feeling would be larger, and sometimes my whole body. Is that normal? And my upper body would straighten up before I sprinkle the rice. I have never encountered snails when I do this. This is some strange thing in Taiwan. And he lived on the top floor. And then threw the snail away, and a few days in a row it happened. So you saw snails? Why didn't you see a kilo gold bar or gold kilo bar? Then will you throw it away? No, no way. You would pick it up and hide it. So, did you really see big snails in a row and unmoved right in front of you? So he did on the top floor of a building, so his offering had power. But why did you throw away the big snail? This is what I want to ask you. They form a row in front of you and wouldn't harm you, right? They are neutral. It's not like a row of poisonous snakes. Then you would be scared, right? But it's a row of snails. But nothing to be afraid of, right? Snails? Snails. and a few days in a row. I think that's a good thing. You shouldn't have thrown them out. Like on your balcony, so you're performing the rice offering, and then when you look, oh, a row of snails, and not tiny ones, they're big ones, a row of them. Did any of you ever experience the same thing? Nobody. You should not have thrown away the snails, because they don't harm you nor your house, right? Why did you make an effort and throw it out? Let me tell you, I have an experience. When I bardo delivered my own ancestors, there would be an animal crawling over during the bardo deliverance. And there would be cricket getting on the altar table. When I bardo delivered Simu's brother, and at that time I was living at the area called Kanshai Ridge, and Simu's brother passed away, and I performed bardo deliverance for him. And during the deliverance, there was it should be called crickets. The one is yellow, one is black. They look similar, right? This kind of grasshopper and cricket. I've never seen a grasshopper in Seattle. I rarely see it. When you mow the grass, you would see grasshoppers. But when I was performing bardo deliverance at the Kanshai Ridge, there was a grasshopper that got on the altar table. And Simu saw it too. So Simu was going to catch the grasshopper and throw it out. But I told her, no, please, that man, your brother is here. It's not that the grasshopper was your brother, but he is attaching himself to the tiny animal coming over. And I knew clearly that was her brother. Bardo spirit, her brother's bardo spirit attaching to the grasshopper, and then crawl to the altar table to receive the bardo deliverance as I was doing the bardo deliverance. And second, when Sunny's father, which is my daughter-in-law's father, the wife of Fochi, Sunny, when her father passed away, and the casket was in front of them, and they were about to place the casket, to bring the casket to the cemetery, and there was a butterfly and perched on Sunny's shoulder, and it did not move even when you're trying to swish it away. Sunny was the only child in the family, and the father loved her most, and the mother too. So a black butterfly perched on Sunny's shoulder and could not let it go, no matter what. So what happened then? That was Sunny's father's Vajra spirit that was attaching himself to a butterfly and to come to show that he's still with you. So we had these two incidents already inside our family. So this kind of things, when I was performing Vajra deliverance, for other people also happened. Like a group of ants coming to the altar table of my Vajra deliverance, and I did not touch them because those who were Vajra delivered all attaching themselves to the ants. So today you were performing the rice offering and you had some responses. So those spirits, or perhaps your karmic creditors, attaching themselves to the snails, and they all form a line to receive the offerings through the rice offerings, and yet you caught them and threw them down from the top floor, and they would die, right? Oh, selamat pagi. Selamat malam. It's play of words. So all the snails would be killed by you. But luckily, the Vajra spirits were not killed by you because they were just attaching to the snails. But the snails were dead. So several days in a row. So that's why I'm telling you that your rice offering was very responsive, very effective. So when you were doing the offering, all the snails around your house, all being attached by the spirits, and they all crawl to in front of you to show that they are accepting your offerings. That should have been a good thing. You should not have killed. Although the Vajra spirits are not, although the snails are not the Vajra spirits, and the Vajra spirits just attaching to the snails, there's no harms whatsoever. You should not have killed them. And they're not even stealing your rice, right? You should not have thrown them out. In the future, never do that again. Don't harm the lives of the snails. So when you are performing the visualization and rice offerings for the spirits are attaching to the animals. And Grandmaster did have similar experiences. That a group of ants or other small animals would come. It means the same thing. I had this experience. Do you? When you Vajra deliver your ancestors, yeah, some people raise their hands. And he also said, now when he's doing it, he would feel a warm energy coming down, enveloping my both hands. If I visualize myself to become Grandmaster, to enlarge and to stand in the sky, the visualization would become clearer and the warm energy become larger, and then the whole body would straighten. Is that normal? Yes. That means the Dharma flow. That means that you had succeeded in doing fruition in doing the rice offering, and that's the Dharma flow. So he also asked if he did not have time in the afternoon, can he do it in the morning? But from the level of your attainments, of the responses that you receive from your rice offering, because of the level that you have reached, that you can do it either in the morning or afternoon. Because I think the Vajra spirits or the spirits don't only show up at night. That's what I realize. Of course, at night there are many more. Like a few nights ago, for Simo, I put her to bed and perform the boundary protection, and she opened her eyes and looking to her front, and there are two people standing as tall as the ceiling, to the ceiling, and with beard and mustache and sideburns, and standing in front of her was very clear. So Sumo saw them at night. And in the broad daylight, at dawn, as I was offering water, there are also spirits who would greet me at night too, and actually in the morning too. So early morning, I also saw some. So it's okay if you want to do your rice offerings for the spirits in the morning too, because you already have enough power. So you don't necessarily have to do it just in the afternoon or at night. In the PMs. Typically speaking, in the daytime, there are less ghosts. But in my opinion, they are also there because I have seen them too in the daylight. So his rice offering and visualization was very good. There's a tiger in the zoo that said that he doesn't eat meat, and nobody believed that. So the zookeeper asked him, "Why did you eat vegetarian food?" And then he replied, "Because all my teeth have fallen, so I cannot eat meat anymore." The wife asked the husband, "Can I ask you a question? My best friend looks really beautiful, but why did you marry me and not her?" And the husband asked, "Do you want the truth or a lie?" And the wife said, "Okay, how about the lie first?" Oh, She did not agree. And how about the truth? I am not a match for her. And the wife was angry. Get out of here. So whether you tell the truth or lies, it's best not to say anything. Xiaoming is really smart. Dad brought Ming. Just watch the circus. And Dad asked him if, when we were watching the show, 2 tigers ran out from the cage, what would you do? And Ming replied, I would get into the cage and then close the door of the cage. Oh, he's smart. And the dad was eaten by the tigers. Now, today, we will talk about the Vajra Sutra, chapter 17. There is ultimately no self. The title, what is ultimately there is no self? Chapter 17. How do you explain this title? Ultimately, no self. How do you explain that? If you can explain, please raise your hand. What do we have here? Oh, this is nice. You can hang it in the car. That's a calabash. It's beautiful. It can attract, or it can attract wealth, gold, silver, all the precious jewels inside it, like a bottle gourd. So if you say it right, I will give you this. Well, it doesn't have to be right or not. As long as, if it satisfies me, then that would be right. Anyone? Raising their hands first. Ultimately, no self. Leo. So, non-phenomena of self, other sentient beings, and lifespan. How about the ultimately then? This kind of explanation, of course, what you said was right. Whatever you said was right too. Anybody else? Anybody else? All that you have said are right. In order to attain the ultimate attainment, you have to be no self. So ultimately no self. In order to reach the ultimate attainment, you have to be no self. So ultimately no self. That's the title. To reach the ultimate attainment, it has to be no self. One has to be no self. Well, actually, whatever you said was right. But I'll keep this gift. You have to match what Grandmaster is saying. In order to reach ultimate attainment, one has to be no self. Ultimate attainment. As we know, ultimate attainment is the highest realm. The Buddha, the four sagely realms are all considered the ultimate attainment. Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Pratika Buddhas, and Shravakas, they all have the ultimate attainment. They are not part of this rebirth cycle of the 6 samsaric realms. They are liberated from the transmigrations. They don't have to stay in the heavenly realms, human, asura, hell, hungry ghosts, and hell realms. They don't have to tumble in the 6 samsaric realms endlessly. And sometimes in heavens, and then come down to heaven realm, and then sometimes fall into the 3 lower realms, and sometimes to go to asura. You don't need to tumble in it, and instead have transcend beyond it. So you have gained everlasting life, has attainment. Don't have to come back to the human realm, because the human realm is truly suffering. Sakyamuni Buddha, when he was a prince, he did not know of the extreme suffering in the human realm. And when he traveled at the 4 doors, he saw the birth, aging, sickness, and death. And it truly shocked him that a human being was born, aging, sick, and die. They're all full of suffering. So he resolved to cultivate spiritually, gain enlightenment, and to be liberated from the transmigration, the rebirth. So, Sakyamuni Buddha in the Vajra Sutra said, in order to attain the ultimate attainment, you have to be no self. That's the title of chapter 17. Now let's talk about no self. In this world, is there anybody that can truly be no self? It is extremely difficult because human beings have their human nature or habitual tendencies. Every single one being born would carry their own habitual tendencies. Some of them have bad temper, Some of them have incorrect mindset. Some are contaminated by this societal, by the dye of the society. Some become fraud. Some became a bandit or robber or a rogue hooligan, and many people have transgressed the sexual misconducts, and most people have incorrect or improper thoughts or mindsets. So what is no self? It is extremely difficult to talk about no self. What we perceive, it is extremely difficult for a human being to learn to be no self. I have talked about Mother Teresa, and she has some phenomena of being no self. And everything is not related to self. I have said it that she served everyone as God. Anyone can do that? Nobody. Anyone else? So she is a saint, a Catholic nun, and she was canonized, and she became Saint Teresa. It's from India, right? So she has this golden verse that said that she treats everyone as God. I would like to ask you, are you able to do that, to treat every single one as God? It's highly improbable, because human beings have love and hatred. Love is people that we like, and hatred or friends and foes. So foes are people that you dislike, and friends are people that you like. So we all have those, right? You always have people that you regard as friends and people that you regard as foes. And as a boss, the same. They like someone better and not like someone else, not like you. But for Saint Teresa, she had no self, so she treated everyone as God. And this cannot be done by most people. But in order to become a sage, you have to treat every single one as a Buddha. So we learn her spirit. I treat everyone as a Buddha. Can you do that? So do you respect a Buddha? You pay homage? You bow? So you pay homage to the Buddha, but can you pay homage to every single person? Do you respect every one of them? That would be no self. So I am just showing this example to explain. And Saint Teresa also said, if there is a heaven, I will not go there. I'm willing to stay in the dark places to serve sentient beings. That's also the spirit of no self. She wants to serve sentient beings in dark places forever. You know, when she served the sick, we heard the story that a patient was exuding a mucus with the leprosy, you know, very dirty, and they had the pus all over and itching and red. And I heard that the Saint Teresa, how did she take care of that patient? Have you heard of it? She used her tongue to suck the pus out. Such a spirit of no self. And one more thing. She could go to heaven. She's qualified to go to heaven to enjoy her blessings there, but she did not want to go. Instead, she wanted to stay in dark places to serve the sick and the needy forever. That is the spirit of no self or selflessness. That's just an analogy of no self. Let me ask you one more thing. Do you love your enemies? Will you love your enemies? Any of you can do it? This person always pick on you, hate you, but you love him or her, or you must love him or her. Is it possible for you to love them? Impossible. That person is so bothersome. They always insult me and tease me and cheat me, and I have to love them. It's good enough that I don't bite off a piece of them, that you feel like you can barely control yourself. You want to bite them, and how can you love them? Who said that? Jesus. Let's not talk about Buddhism and in Christianity. Jesus Christ said that you should love your enemies. That is no self or selflessness. Actually, I also have someone that I really dislike, or just the way he walks, I don't like. I just can't. It's just not right. And they always swing, and the way they walk, and is improper. But I correct my own thought. I did. I should not find him to be not right or not good or bad. Don't think this way. No, please don't think this way. Don't think about the bad sides of this person. This person also has a good side. So I'm correcting myself, correcting my own thoughts. I thought, no, this is not right. I should not think this way. I should be empathetic and respectful toward her. This is called spiritual cultivation. When a thought arises, I feel uncomfortable about this person, but you should not have such a thought, or that's a wrong thought. Because my guru told me that you should love your enemies. Saint Teresa also educated me that you should treat everyone as God. You should view everyone as God. So based on these two things, I often correct my own thoughts. I want to view everyone as God and view and treat everyone as a Buddha. Although you don't like them and you do things that is disagreeable, but you need to forgive them and you need to be kind or better to them. In your spiritual cultivation, did you ever feel someone that is so disagreeable to you? Anyone? Yes. Actually, I often think this way. Like the Ghost Witch, I've written 5 books on her. Actually, not just 5. Sometimes in other books, I also mention her. Now, I feel I should not have done so. She has her own causes and conditions. She brought people to get close to the ghost. And even from that, people had mental problems or killed themselves, committed suicides, and some people became really pale after visiting her center. And I've seen lots of these cases. And then my compulsive reaction was to write about her. But now I will say that that's their causes and conditions. If you follow the Ghost Witch and was affected by the Ghost Witch, that's also your own causes and conditions. So now this is what you see about her. This is what we see about her, but maybe in the future she would correct them back. Perhaps all these people have affinities to get close to those ghosts. So you cannot force it. You cannot push it. So writing those 5 books have wasted too much of my time. And my criticism of her was also although she is a ghost witch, worshipping ghosts, employing ghosts, but what business is that of mine? But she's in the True Buddha school and she is creating havoc in the True Buddha school. But my opinion is those people that followed her should have, if they have strong spiritual cultivation in taking refuge in you, then why would they follow her instead? So that's their own causes and conditions. They have their own affinities and causes and conditions. And they also have the right to live. And they are helping ghosts, although their ghosts are the evil ghosts, but just treat them as the object of your bardo deliverance. That's how I think now. So what business is that of yours? Even True Buddha school may not be yours in the future, so what is that related to True Buddha school? So you just improve your own spiritual cultivation, and you should still be respectful toward her, toward the ghost witch. And look at Saint Teresa. She treated everyone as God, so I should treat everyone and ghost witch as God. So that's how I think now. I turn around and think this way now. And those people who followed her, we should be empathetic or sympathetic toward them and try to guide them back. But if that's not working, then let it be. And even all those people should be treated as God. Only this would be called the state of no self. Now do you understand from my explanation? This all is totally unrelated to you. So she is attracting or admitting people, rebuilding her kingdom of ghosts. That's none of your business. It's irrelevant to you. You should still respect her and treat her as a Buddha. Then you would truly attain the ultimate attainment. And in order to have the ultimate attainment, you have to be like that. If you still have dislike or hatred toward even a single person, then you will definitely not have any attainment. If you even have the slightest hatred inside your mind or heart, then you will definitely not have any attainment. You have to empty yourself completely. That's how I think, and this is what I'm telling you, and I also do it accordingly. In the past, Grandmaster had bad temper. I've said it. My grandfather had a bad temper, and my father too. But I don't know. I am not clear who my father is, because my father never admitted that I'm his son. But I still respect him because I would not have grown up without him. Although I was raised first by my grandma, my maternal grandmother, and then my aunt, And then my aunt, which is my mother's younger sister, was getting married, so she could not take care of me anymore, so I came home. Although he treated me badly, but I wouldn't have grown up without him. So because of this point, I respect him still and grateful to him. So even when he treated me badly, you cannot retaliate. You still treat him nicely, respect him, and even do bardo deliverance for him. That's how it is. So learn the spirit of the Buddha. Learn the spirit of Jesus. Learn the spirit of Saint Teresa or Mother Teresa. Remember this in your mind, in your heart. If you still have temper and you throw your tantrum to someone, if you still have that anger inside you, then you need to eliminate that immediately, because that shows that you have bad habitual tendency with you when you were born. You had it with you. And I had bad temper too before. And now I'm learning from these saints and sages and to learn to be no self or selfless. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum. We are truly grateful to His Holiness Precious Dharma teaching. And now we will pay homage to the altar, and this ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much.
顶礼坛城，做观想大礼拜，礼拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印，二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印，三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼。会天心三印，四平等一起受。恭请师尊加到长视频接受师先生众弟子们的感恩之心。师尊，谢谢师尊，你安康，都自在。你安康，都自在。新年快乐，谢谢三太君，佛体安康，师尊。2020，快乐。新年快乐，万事如意。快乐，来世者，新年快乐，新年我们都新年快乐。好，好想你，请假请自己身体健康。很想你。恭喜你母上太健康，新年快乐。师尊，好，新年聚，少无忌，快乐，健康快乐，满满。
请佛注释。
我们爱你，师尊。
我们爱你，我好想你，我们爱你，我们好想你，我求求你，阿法伦，我爱你，我是主角，快乐，师尊，给我们很多师尊保佑，新年快乐，师尊，好，开哈，新年快乐，邀请您，谢谢，小林君，快乐，
好，谢谢师尊，谢谢大家，下周见。谢谢大家，新年快乐哦！下周见。下周是大欢花晚金刚新春法会，欢迎大家来参加。谢谢师尊。
这样。
请法王圣尊莲生活佛为与会大众做斧头金刚法灌顶，含有皈依灌顶。 接受灌顶的同门，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶。灌顶即将要结束了，还没有接受灌顶的同门，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶。接受灌顶的同门，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶，灌顶即将要结束了。让我们以最热烈的掌声感谢师尊慈悲赐受虎头金刚法灌顶。我们一起顶礼感恩师尊，谢谢师尊。
是的。